I spent 1 month living in Oaxaca City, Mexico, and I fell in love with this vibrant, artistic, and culturally rich place. During that 1 month, I did my best to explore as much of the city and the surrounding areas as I could, and I am so excited to share my top places to visit and things to do, so get ready to know Oaxaca City with me. Starting with things to do in the city itself, I did a free walking tour soon after arriving, and it was a great way to get a bit of the lay of the land, as well as learn more about the history and culture of Oaxaca City overall. We got to check out a photographic center, and the tour ended at an organic market called Cosecha. Another memorable walk I had was when a group of us from the co-living I was staying at walked up to Auditorio Guelaguetza one evening to catch the sunset, and it was an amazing spot to see the valley from above and the surrounding mountains. So if you have time, it's a fun way to spend an evening. One of the most well-recognized landmarks of Oaxaca City is Santo Domingo Church, and it is definitely worth stopping in to check out. Don't forget to look up because the ceilings were jaw-dropping, just so intricate and decorated, they completely blew me away. Attached to Santo Domingo is the old convent, which is now the Cultural Museum. Not only was the museum itself cool, they had a bunch of artifacts from Monte Alban, which we'll visit later in this video, but the building itself was really beautiful as well. There was a library with books so old they were practically falling apart on the shelves, and it had great views of the Botanical Garden, which is located behind Santo Domingo. Seeing the Botanical Gardens from above was cool, but if you want to actually visit and wander through the gardens, you'll have to book a tour, which is only offered in Spanish, but even if you don't speak Spanish like me, it's still cool to be there anyways and see all of the trees, cacti, agave plants, and more. In addition to the Cultural Museum, I really enjoyed the Textile Museum, which is small but free and has both traditional textiles as well as more modern ones. So I am currently at the Textile Museum in Oaxaca. Honestly, I'm loving it. I'm kind of amazed that this place is free. There are so many beautiful textiles, art pieces out on display, and I'm particularly loving this room by Beard Sanchez. It's really inspiring me. There's also a museum of pre-Hispanic art, also free to visit, which felt very unique. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like these sculptures and carvings before, so I would definitely recommend it. Okay, so we are here at the Arbol Del Tule, and it is literally the widest tree in the world, like the entire planet. It takes, she said, about 30 people to stand around and hold hands around the whole tree. The tree is about 2,000 years old and it is giant. I don't know if it's even really coming across on camera how absolutely massive this tree is. It's got all of these really cool knots in it. The branches are just huge. The branches that are near the top of the tree look like they could be the trunk of a normal tree, and that is just the the very top of it. So if you're into trees, this place is definitely worth a visit. Not to mention they've got a lot of cute little gardens, and behind me, which I'm about to go check out.
Next, we went to Teotitlan del Valle, which is a small village renowned for its weaving traditions. We got to learn about the materials they use, how they spin the yarn, how they make the natural dyes, and of course the loom that requires both hands and feet to operate, which was pretty cool to see. We learned about the traditional Zapotec designs used on many of the rugs and got to explore their shop and all the beautiful things that they create there.
These rugs are stunning. I would love to buy one if I had a house to put them in. They had little ones too. Some people bought some shawls, some blankets, things like that. These are just so beautiful.
Next up was Mitla, which is the most important archaeological site for the Zapotec culture. It was so cool to see the intricate geometric designs everywhere. Each design represents something different, like the earth, sky, underworld, the circle of life, and more. Finally, we stopped by a local restaurant for some lunch and then made our way to what I was most excited for on this whole tour.
So we have arrived at Hierve El Agua. We are just walking down on this little hike to see it kind of from below. It's a petrified waterfall, so it's not an actual waterfall with water, but it still looks pretty cool. And then we are definitely going to go and cool off in those pools after. They're like natural mineral pools, not hot springs because they are not hot. They are like, I think the lady said about 16 to 18 degrees. So that's going to be, I think, a very welcome refreshment after this hike because it is quite hot and we are just in direct sunlight this entire time.
Oh wow.
Right? That's so cool. Can't even catch my breath enough to talk. Note to you, if you come here. Coming here at 3 p.m. probably not the best idea if you can help it. Obviously the hottest time of day, sun is shining, and you walk down to get to the viewpoint for the Hierve El Agua, but oh gosh, but you hike up on the way back. It's a lot of stairs. It's making me feel very out of shape. Oh god, plus it's so hot. Okay, we're checking out this next pool over here. Water's a little chilly, but after that hike, it's pretty nice. So I'm excited to get back in the second one. It's basically like a natural infinity pool over here. Woohoo! Oh, I feel like this one's actually warmer. Or maybe we're just used to it now. Yeah. Am I gonna be able to swim with one hand? We'll see. I'm going for it. Really testing my swimming abilities here. Oh.
Our last stop on this tour was a Mezcal distillery, where we got to learn about how Mezcal is made, starting from the agave plants to traditional grinding and distilling processes, and of course at the end got to do a Mezcal tasting. I'm sitting out the Mezcal tasting because I don't drink. I tried a little bit of the first one. Very strong alcohol flavor, but they also have a bunch with all of these other kinds of flavors like cappuccino, pistachio, coffee, passion fruit. Sounds really fun. If you drink, I feel like this would be a really fun experience to come. Not only learn about the process of making mezcal, but also sample so many different types and flavors so you can figure out what you like.
So I am currently here at Monte Alban checking out these ruins, the pyramids. And honestly, this place is actually way cooler than I expected it to be. I thought it was just going to be, you know, like some pyramids, some rocks, some ruins, but it is situated up on a hill, and so there are beautiful views of the mountains all around. This place is also huge. Like, this is the sunken patio. I have yet to explore in that direction, so there's a bunch more to see there. You can climb up on some of the pyramids as well to get views from up top, so I'm definitely going to do that soon. And this is just like the main area. There's also other areas kind of spread around. So already this place is definitely worth the visit. Super cool, obviously historically, but also just the views and the vibes are incredible. So I am really glad that I made sure to prioritize this during my trip here. So I'm just checking out the top of the North Pyramid here. That's it right there. And I think what's really cool about Monte Alban is it's situated like on a hill, which in and of itself is just beautiful. I'll show you the views. But also it's cool because it's so huge, and you know, thousands of people used to live here. And you really get the sense of it being like a city. Like, you can see thousands of people living here. All the buildings and kind of the different areas, and it's just really cool because it's not just climbing up like one pyramid or seeing one ruin with some stuff around it. It really feels like you are immersed in this ancient city, and it's just so cool. I don't think I have ever been to an archaeological site or any ruins that have felt quite like this. Let's see what's in here.
There's also a museum on site, which is included with your entrance fee, where they have artifacts and some of the larger carved stone slabs to keep them from eroding outdoors.
So I am currently here in a neighborhood called Jalatlaco, and it's so pretty, just so beautiful. I'm here early in the morning, so it's a little quieter than usual. There are a lot of shops, cafes, restaurants, so it can be pretty bustling during the day and whatnot. Today is my last day in Oaxaca. I'm leaving tomorrow around noon or so to head to Puerto Escondido, so that's gonna be my next adventure. But for right now, I thought I would just come and spend the morning, like, look, these beautiful flowers. Just spend the morning wandering around, exploring a little more, just enjoying the vibes, the colorful buildings. This neighborhood in particular is really well known for its murals and its vibes and colors.
That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, and stay tuned for my next video, which is going to be set here in Puerto Escondido, a wonderful little surf town on the Pacific coast of Mexico. I will see you in the next one. Thanks again. Bye.